Alright. We're just chilling outside in this rain. Got the fire burning. If you can see it, I definitely see it. Ready to go. So, when was the first time you picked up a pencil to write? The question is the first time she picked up a pencil to write. When was the first time?
So, I'm going to say it's when I was probably 8 years old, and one of my aunts, my Aunt Rose, gave me a journal. My first journal, it was a Lion King journal.
Mm-hmm.
And I still have it today, actually. So it's like I could go back and read my journal from when I was 8.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's when I probably started thinking about like writing about what was going on for me internally. And then it was after that I started writing stories when I was a little bit older, but yeah, I think journaling is the first thing that comes to mind. I love drawing too, but I just don't that's the first thing I remember. Wait, when was it for you? I'm so curious. I know I'm not supposed to.
No.
I just want to know.
What age I started writing?
Or like what's
seriously, or just?
Yeah, what's the like your first creative thing you ever did?
I started writing at the age of 9. Just following after my brother. If I could think of the two things that I was doing, definitely trying to become a rapper.
Your brother was a rapper.
Yeah, he used to write rhymes. Trying to become a rapper, and then doing like short videos, like Medea. To be honest, I am the original Medea. I got the tapes to prove it. But it was called the Grandma Show. So I was doing things like that. I was writing rhymes, so I thought. And then I was writing like short little films. But then eventually it became serious.
As you got older.
Yeah, because at first I was just trying to follow after my brother. I was playing around with it, but then it was my way out of the world I was living in. Yeah. So we talk about escaping through your writing, right? When did you, turning the camera back on you, start the adventure writing?
You know, I was writing about this today, not the poem I was telling you about. It's a new poem. I sat down and I thought I was going to write a poem about data centers, and I ended up writing about my childhood. As it happens, you know, you think it's going to be one thing, it's something else. But like when I was a kid, I would play make-believe with my sister and my cousins. And we did all different kinds of like make-believe games. And they kind of got over it. They were a little older than I was, like a year older.
Yeah.
And they got over it a little sooner than I did. But for me, the make-believe was the escape. So once that was gone, I started writing stories. And they were almost always adventure stories, like going somewhere else.
I'm laughing because I called it Secret Life. I used to get punished a lot. I was bored. And actually, me and Maggie was just talking about, like, how our generation is different from the generation now. We we had video games, but the technology back then was so different. And it just allowed us to be more creative. So I had a secret life. I was always in my room, always getting punished because I was a bad kid. And I would pretend that I was somebody else. That's actually how the book Corey came about. I just told the title of my new novel that I'm working on.
Oh, yeah.
But many other adventures that have been written. So, yeah, Secret Life.
That's so interesting because I have a shared experience where I was grounded a lot, like all the time, for speaking out. And my punishment would usually be to like go and be alone in a room for hours, or sometimes like days, right?
Yeah.
Not days, like I'd go to school, come home, go straight to your room for days.
Same here.
And I remember there was one point I was like back talking a little bit. I was like, send me to my room, I'll just go read books.
Yeah.
And my mom was like, I'll take the books away then. And I was like, I'll just make up stories in my head. You can't take away my thoughts.
Exactly.
So I wonder, I don't know if parents do that as much anymore, like the soft parenting, like millennials parent differently, it seems. You have kids, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like,
we do half and half. The difference between then and now, we allow our kids to have more of a voice, not in a disrespectful way, but to, say why they're doing this or say why they feel this way, rather than always yelling or spankings and different things like that. Now, there are punishments, right? But we do let our kids have a voice, like, well, Mom, I felt like you were being a little mean today, but it's always in a respectful way. So more of a voice.
Where you felt like you didn't have that as a kid. Yeah, I definitely.
It was.
Go to your room. Go to your make believe life.
Yeah. Well, they didn't know. I mean, I don't know if they knew. They probably did. They heard me in their different multiple voices and characters, but hey.
Started the writing. It's like not great that happened, right? But like the writing's a little bit of a silver lining. That's how I see it for myself anyway.
Positivity came out of that. Creativity. So yeah. And just thinking about that, we're gonna jump around a little bit, but I definitely I'm gonna do a couple of quick questions.
Okay.
Snap of the finger. Dog or cat person?
Dog.
Yes. I'm now a dog and cat. I love all animals versus humans. Animals. What are your fears? As a kid and now?
Now my biggest fear is I have like this irrational fear of jumping off of something into water.
Can y'all hear her?
Jumping off of something into water. Like, if people are at the swimming hole, like, jumping, and, like, I could know logically that it's safe to jump, but, like, making that jump, like, I've done the second highest bungee jump in the world.
Can you swim?
And I can swim, but there's something specific about jumping it. I think, like, maybe I was a drowned witch in a past life or something. Because I have no other explanation for it. As a kid, I was kind of afraid of the dark, and maybe that was an imagination thing too, where it's like you can imagine a lot of things when it's
see
dark.
monsters in the dark. You start seeing different figures. Your mind starts playing tricks on you.
Yeah.
What is that's your fear now or as a kid?
As a kid, the dark. Now, jumping into water from heights.
What was something that happened to you as a kid or as an adult that made you see the world in a different light?
I love this. I've been thinking, you told me this, I've been thinking about this for the past few days. It's tough to pick one because I feel like there's so many people who have come into my life who have changed how I've seen the world, and so many experiences I've had. It's like something I seek out. Like I want to keep seeing the world differently and see other people's viewpoints and like have like my assumptions and my beliefs challenged. But I think the thing that did it the most, that I keep coming back to, was the time I worked at, I don't know if we've talked about this, we might have. When I was in New York, I worked at a sex toy store for 4 years.
Okay.
And through, I was brought up Catholic, right?
Yeah.
So, like, we didn't have sex ed. Like, you just didn't talk about it.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it was like a sin. If you had sex before marriage, you were going to hell.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm going to become a nun.
Yeah.
Because I, like, don't want to marry a man. So it's like, become a nun or go to hell.
Yeah.
The options.
Yeah.
And so, like, that kind of Catholic trauma is really, really weighed on